Hey everybody, I'm Lee from RipRow and Lee Likes Bike. This is Marto. Hey Marto.
Hey y'all, how's it going?
So what's your whole connection to the RipRow? Oh, V1.
Yeah, so my connection to the RipRow, got myself a V1. As you can see, many of you have probably seen these before.
Yep. Maybe you're a little bit of a mountain biker, just slightly?
Got a little bit of a problem.
Yeah.
I've known Lee for about 10 years. Met him in a level 1 class, maybe like many of you have as well.
Right.
We've developed a pretty nice relationship over the years. I'm also a mechanical engineer.
Yeah.
That's my full-time gig.
Yep.
And I do structures in my work and a little bit of design work and structural analysis work, things like that. And a few months ago, Lee was telling me about the new version 2 design, which we've got here in this really
tiny box,
tidy little package, actually.
Yeah.
Reduced the packaging by quite a bit.
I think the volume is about half of what it was.
Yep.
And since it's light, we don't pay weight. We pay by the dimensional weight.
Yep.
So it really reduces the shipping costs for the customers.
That's awesome.
Big deal.
Yeah, so that was the biggest deal, was how do we deliver the functionality of the RipRow at a fraction of the cost.
Because that thing is $1,600.
Yeah, what'd you get it down to? About half of that for a
$850, buddy. So happy.
$850
so
for
proud.
a base unit. So let's just talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
What we wanted to do for you guys is do an unboxing.
Yep. But here's the documentation.
Here's kind of what one looks like. This is
Yep.
CAD documentation that we have. The top portion, everything without these guys, is the base
unit. So that's $850.
Yep, and then the Pro upgrade allows you to get that rocker functionality in, and has some other parts that aren't shown in this drawing.
The pedals.
Yep, we'll unbox that. That box is right there.
We'll do
We're
that.
actually going to do that one
as
too.
well.
But what we expect to see when we open up this box is
something like that.
very nicely, tidily packed, and we're going to open it up and just see what that looks like.
Is it exciting to be an engineer and work on computers and then have a thing on your... Like, there it is, dude.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this for a while.
We've been talking about it for a while. Yeah, I mean, Lee's, the inventor and designer of V1. The design's actually really rock solid. They were working pretty hard to get a lot of the cost out for you all in V2. And we're having just some little issues that we couldn't quite resolve when we were testing out some of the prototypes. Some creaks and squeaks that we knew shouldn't be there. We chased them down and decided that there were a few features of the design that we could redo in a little bit better, burlier manner and still keep the cost right where it was.
Yeah, like for example, like like one of the brilliances about this machine is all of the loads are shared with this center spine.
This whole spine.
And this spine extends through the deck. So this piece of metal right here is the same piece of metal that the lower shock mount's attached to.
Yep.
And so it contains all the forces. And we tried to get away from that, and it just didn't really work. So we spent a little bit of extra money to go back to this design, right? And what I appreciated about what you did, Marto, is I'm not an engineer, dude. I don't speak the language. I work in like a graphics program,
Yep.
and when you came in, I remember it was so rad.
Yeah,
You came in looking like that, and they're like, who's this nerd?
That's the coolest thing too. So Lee's working with a great fabricator here in Colorado, in Denver area, and we were able to just take a ride down there, discuss all of the things that were contributing to some of the prototype issues.
Right.
And we drew up some cut throughs and what we needed to do to make it more fortified, and
It was so rad because you speak their language.
yeah.
And you whipped out your documentation. And I remember the owner, Craig, was like, so who made these drawings? And you said, me. And they were like, all right. And I basically said, talk to Marty. Talk to Marty. And you brought it home, dude.
It was great, man. I mean, it was a little more than I was thinking we'd get into right off the bat. But,
right.
We had a great relationship. The guys in the Fab Factory did great work.
They're stoked.
Once we figured out how to communicate with each other and get what we needed and get the documentation back and forth, we nailed it. So we're super stoked, and here it is.
Oh man, I want to see you crack this thing open.
Yeah,
buddy.
let's do it.
It's exciting, right? And this has been a year process. So from the beginning of the redesign to where we start shipping them will be a year. It's taken a
Another
year.
beautiful thing here is we think these are the tools required.
Yeah.
All of these will be in a hardware bag.
Yep.
That should be inside of here.
Right around there.
Once we open this up, we'll just see how the packaging looks.
See how it survived the travel. Yeah,
Okay.
buddy.
So
Because I always drive that truck at Mach 8,000. So, all right, here he is.
here we
Oh,
go.
this is exciting, buddy.
Cutting the,
Yeah.
the box. Maybe open up the other side
Yeah.
so we can give it a little push.
Give it a little bit of ventilation so we don't get a vapor lock.
Yeah.
Oh!
All right, so right now what we're seeing is this is the deck. It's covered in, this is really nice. These guys covered it when you get sheet metal delivered. It's covered with a plastic film.
Can be.
And it helps to keep marring and just.
So what we did is just like, since a lot of you guys have been waiting months for the machines, and I'm apologizing for the delays, but I promised I wouldn't skip steps.
Yep.
So we did what it took to make it right.
Yeah.
So what they did for us, which is very kind, is they spent extra money on this film. So when you build your machine, so basically without the film, it'll get scratched and marred as they build the machine because they're not painted. But now you just take this off, it'll gleam, and we're gonna see what that looks like.
So at this point, if you open your package and you see the metal deck on the bottom and these cardboard spacers on top, flip it over so that it's this way.
Okay.
And that is because
Because we're gonna start on the bottom.
as we pull it out,
Oh!
all of the product sits inside.
I'm having a moment, buddy.
Okay.
I forgot. You're right. Yeah, cool.
You know, these spacers down here take up and fill the gap that
Because there's these little the shock, the main pivot mount you can't really see in there, but those love to bite through. There it is. Those love to bite through boxes, so we have this padding to protect it and to protect the box. Look at this. Yeah, buddy. This is exciting. I'll help. Go ahead. I got this. You grab
that.
Oh, yum. What's this piece of paper, dude? What's this big piece of paper?
So that.
What does that do?
Is a little stoke sheet.
Oh, somebody made a present for his
Look at all the
people.
little presents in there.
I'm a
for
stoke,
y'all.
my brother. Got the Lee like spikes, the new colors. How fun is that?
Very cool.
These machines are unfinished. I encourage you all to go crazy with the stickers. Ooh, and check this out. So it comes with this card with that URL. This video will end up there. And so will all the assembly instructions. You'll go to this page. You can pretty much figure it out on your own, but you can go to that page and see what's up.
Yep.
I love
Great.
those stickers.
Stickers look great.
And so like one way we save money is we didn't paint it. Because to paint these, to powder coat it would add like $50 to the price. And I feel like it's not necessary. I like the Robotech, like the Terminator look.
Yep.
But what I'm gonna do with my machines is we're gonna start flat canning, we're gonna rattle can them and go crazy.
Cool.
And I encourage everybody to make it yours. This is a tool for you to enjoy.
This is.
And so we're gonna like have contests who has like the funnest RipRow paint job, right?
Yep,
All right,
yep.
buddy. So here we go.
Okay.
So that's the unboxing.
That's it.
So here, show me what the pieces are.
So let's talk about that real quick. The deck and the spine, right down the middle that supports all the loads from the dampers that are in there, are assembled already.
Right,
So you don't have
pre-assembled.
to worry about that. That is why we have these box spacers on the bottom. If you look underneath, you can see the
Those
two
things.
tabs protruding.
Right.
That's where the main pivot, the down tube, however you want to call it,
It
will
protects the
attach.
tabs and it protects the box.
So I would say when you do your unboxing and you're ready to build, leave it like that.
Yeah.
While we undo all of these things. Inside here,
Maybe you get a pair of clippers,
you got some
cutters,
cutters right
yeah,
here.
a pair of dikes or whatever you like to cut with.
What we like to cut cable ties
Those are
with.
fancy, dude. I like those. That's a nice looking tool, bro.
One little cut. And these would be the shocks, the dampers, in fact.
That's the only part that's not made in America. We have to get these from Asia, but Mr. Engineer Bro here has been assigned the task of seeing if we can manufacture these locally.
That would be real cool.
These would be amazing. But
So
check it out. They have
similar, I mean, exact same
Yep.
functionality, resistance 1 all the way up to 12,
Yep.
which anyone who's been on a RipRow knows that is legit.
And to pay homage to the great Spinal Tap, we're not making 11 louder. We got 12, right? So those are the shocks.
So these are our shocks. We're gonna just put these to the side
Love
right
it.
here.
That
All
box
this
will be handy.
packaging's really nice. All these zip
They did a good
ties,
job,
they did
dude.
a great job.
They did a great job. Handlebar?
Handlebar, let's talk about that real
Yeah.
quick. So the handlebar and this straight section of tubing,
Extender tube, we'll call that.
or yeah, so
They're
this,
buddies.
This guy telescopes from here. This
Yeah.
is the main arm that'll pivot through the deck right here.
Yeah.
And then this part will telescope in and out. We're gonna need to assemble the bar
Yep.
into this hole. We've got some hardware in this bag that we're gonna set aside and show you how to do that. So kind of there's three main pieces, right? The
Right.
deck assembly
Yep.
that's already pre-assembled with the spine.
Yep.
The telescoping tube and handlebar assembly. And the main arm
That goes on.
and goes on with the shocks at the same time. So
Dope.
we can probably do
We can get started.
this. Let's get all the pieces out.
Oh yeah. So here's the hardware bag.
Here's our
right?
hardware bag. It's taped in here.
I love that they're doing that.
I'm
dude.
gonna open it up just so we see
Let's
what's
get a
in
look at the parts. Tell us what the parts are, especially that shaft. That's important.
This is the key.
This
piece
is
right
this is what makes it work. That's the main stainless steel, dude.
So this stainless steel pin is made to fit your M8 nut that's going to go through the deck.
Yep.
But also, what it does is it slides through this bushing. This is the main pivot
That's
bushing.
yummy.
Okay. So the nice thing is here, we will crank down on the nut and bolt through the main pivot,
So what that does is it pinches.
and it's going to pinch on here.
It contains that shaft is hard contained in that channel, and then the bushings and the arm can float on it. And those bushings are oil impregnated, but I think we should just put a little grease on the
I'm going
shaft.
to put some grease on it too.
Yeah.
So let's
This is cool, huh?
let's get that guy out.
I'm so excited, dude.
Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna show you kind of what all this hardware is gonna be for. You got 3 long bolts for the 3 pivot points through the deck, one through the main pivot, and the other the lowers for the shocks.
Yep.
These parts are bushings, fittings that will attach to the lowers on the shock.
Yep. Those we had to custom make.
That will slip right in here,
Yeah.
and we'll bolt that on here in a little bit.
Yep.
So I know these are gonna go together. I like kind of nerd out and do stuff like this because I
Just
know it's
pre-assemble
gonna
it.
go together.
Yeah. So you don't
These
lose pieces.
pieces. Got washers,
And
lock
nylock nuts.
which are great.
They don't come loose so much.
Yep, so that's all
Yeah, he's got his
good.
pre-assembly going on.
So we're just gonna put these guys together because we know that they're gonna be used together. In fact, I might have another washer on the panhead
Nice.
side. What else have we? We've got 4 more similar bushings, except these are bushings that are gonna go in the top eyelet of the shock near
Right.
the near the damper
Where
adjustment.
it goes in here. It's
And they're
narrower.
gonna slide right in here.
That's a narrower. And those are stock from the company that makes the damper.
And then these shorter
Yeah.
bolts will be the ones that hold those into place.
Yep.
So again, I know these guys are gonna go, and in fact, I'm pretty darn sure
Just gonna
we're
kind
gonna have a washer on either side, looking at washer count here.
of.
So yeah, so here's that little guy.
Yeah. Here's the other
Those
one.
won't get lost. Another one of these here.
And what you might be asking, like, why don't you guys just do this at the factory? And the real thing is just like, I think doing this is not that hard for you guys to do.
Yep.
And everything adds cost. And I really wanted to cut the price in half. We worked really hard, huh, Marto?
Yeah, for sure.
And just making tough decisions, like that's important, that isn't, right?
It is. I mean,
It's all compromises, right?
that's good stuff. We're all good with this, and we also here's this little cap. So these are plastic caps. This end cap's going to go on the end of the telescoping part of, of the bars.
Yep.
So we'll put that together, and then this one's just a cosmetic to cover up a hole that accesses a nut to keep the bars in place.
Just like small little treats in that guy
That guy's going to go right in here. That'll be your
to adjust your length.
adjuster for the length.
Yeah.
We'll get all that done here in just a minute.
Sweet.
Let's cut that guy out.
Yeah,
as
let's
we
do.
say. All right.
Very fun.
This is cool. The packaging looks really
It's
clean.
really tidy, huh? I'm really proud of these guys, man. They did a
digging
good
it.
job.
They did a good job. They were super stoked to deliver this. To
Like I
the
told you
world.
when I went and picked these up the other day, everybody who worked on it they came out of the woodwork for the handoff. They were so proud. And that's what you want. And you know what? Like, I could make a significantly more money on this whole adventure if I go overseas, but I'm not gonna. Dang it, I'm not.
Good.
It's just like, nobody has to have a RipRow. This is a nice to have, right? And everybody who has a RipRow can freaking afford one. And
Garbage. Only trash. Everything else is recyclable.
oh, good point. Yeah, you're right. All this is
we wanted to make sure
recyclable.
we didn't have any real big garbage like foam
that.
and stuff.
So what's really important to me, right, including you, everybody who touches this thing and works on it is paid what they get paid, what they deserve and what they earn. Living wages for everybody. So, you know, again, we could cut the cost down by a quarter to go overseas, but we're not doing that, right? And one way we save money, again, is instead of painting it, it's raw, and then it has some stickers. Yep.
Okay, well, let's flip it over and take a peek at this.
All right, man. I'm gonna end this video.
Yep.
So, are you excited to start building this thing?
Yeah, let's get to building this. So we'll see you guys here in a little bit.
Right on. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Marty, Marto, whatever you want to call me, I'll respond. I helped in the end finalize some tweaks on the design of V2,
Yep.
the base model and the upgrade kit, and kind of why it looks the way it does and how it's packaged and integrated. And so what we wanted to do here today is pull it all together, share with you some of the engineering drawings that kind of describe what the parts are.
Sure.
And, just for those who haven't quite seen it, here's a base model RipRow.
Which we just assembled.
There. Here it is. Look
Oh,
at
that thing is gorgeous, dude.
She pretty.
Oh, wow. Can't wait. I'm so excited. Okay.
Part of the Pro upgrade kit is just these actually 4 parts that bolt together and bolt into the base model to give you that rocker functionality again.
Yep.
Here is the box.
Yep. So that's how it was designed to be packaged.
And when we open the box, we're hoping to see it look just like that. So what we're going to see here are the 2
like
brackets that are going to hold the plastic rocker into the spine underneath there, are 2 plastic rockers. And then these blocks just represent what the pedals are going to look like. We'll see them when we open that up. So yeah, those are all the parts that are in there. And
awesome.
let's open the box and see if it looks like what we thought.
Yeah.
Handy dandy utility knife is key. Be careful not to go deep with this so that nothing gets marred, but I don't think anything should.
Look at that. Ooh, yeah. Look at that UPC. Oh, we have packing paper.
Paper?
So almost all of the packaging is recyclable.
Yeah,
Except for the zip ties.
Except for the zip ties. So here's one little, nothing in that.
Sound like brackets, buddy. Oh, those are the pedal platforms.
Pedal platforms.
Look at that. Yeah.
Concavity for your
just
foot's happiness.
Just like any really nice, and then that fits into the slots. We'll show you
kind of how that goes.
Yeah, and it comes with 2 pair. We'll show you, so you can go. This one reason we love RipRows is you can practice in either stance. So get to the point where you're equally awesome with either foot forward.
Right foot forward.
Yep.
Left foot forward.
Yeah.
Moto, horseback riding.
Yep.
Skiing.
Yep. Exactly.
All those things.
Awesome. Sweet.
4 of those in this box.
Yeah. I would save that paper for presents for family members at the holidays.
Great idea. What have we here?
Ooh. That sounds like a bracket.
Beautiful bracket number 1.
What does it feel like as an engineer to see something in CAD for a few months and then have it in your hand? What is that
see
like?
it boxed up and unwrap it. It's just, I mean, it's literally like Christmas. It's a pretty darn satisfying feeling to have thought about these parts, how they need to go together, what they need to look like to keep cost down, but don't compromise strength by making them too small. All those things. It's been a really fun ride. I'm super appreciative that I got to come in and
Yeah, you really brought it home,
lend
dude.
my hand there at the end.
Oh, hey, fun.
Another rad sticker kit.
Yeah, maybe your truck. Spread the spirit of Namastoke, friends. Ooh.
A bag full of hardware.
We're gonna have to get into that. Fit India.
So when we do the
building.
build, when we do the build, we'll pull all of that out. But what you're gonna see in here are nuts, bolts, and washers.
What else we got?
And the last two pieces.
Ooh, looky here.
Rocker 1.
Oh, that's appealing, isn't it? I want to feel it.
Rocker 2.
Yeah.
Beauties.
It's the same radius as the bottom of V1, so it's the same feel. And one thing that I like about this setup is, down the road, if there's demand, we can give you like upgraded rockers that have a tighter radius that are harder to balance on. So this is a good, we've been testing. This is a good standard, nice radius.
Yeah, this is great. So these tabs here will slide underneath 4 holes that are in the base of the RipRow based upon where it was bent in. And then these holes are through holes that'll capture all of our hardware to keep these in place. And then this guy's gonna just attach like that inside and mount back to back with the main rib.
Yep.
And solidify the whole process.
It's gonna be burly. All right, man.
There we have it.
You ready to build it?
Let's build it.